Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tying this little horned SedgeHog that's sort of tri-coloured. Great fun to tie. Let's get stuck right into it. So we're coming in, starting just behind the eye and running the thread all the way down. Well waxed thread, getting a good base layer down and stopping just in between the point and the barb and snipping that away. Okay, first lot of deer hair already in the stacker. Again, the name of the game here is relatively small amounts and slowly building up this fly. As far as dubbing goes, we're actually going to use the under fur from the deer, and yeah, makes a really nice dubbing, and obviously in keeping with the colour. So this back piece, I'm going to keep it relatively short when it comes to about there. So I'm just going to cut some of these ends down off camera, and I'm going to come in quite tight, holding this on top, and then just tighten up. And come forward through the ends. What I'm going to do next is come in with some of the dubbing that we've spoken about. Again, small amounts are key in the name of the game at this point, so keep it thin, keep it fine, and you can add and remove as and when required. Okay, that'll do as far as the dubbing that we're going to add on at this point. So next we're going to come in with, this is more of a brown deer hair. Again, I've prepped this off camera, and yeah, we can come in and start to take a look at where we want this to sit. Again, quite a small amount, don't want to overload this, so just going to shorten some of this down, and then picking your length, you know, you want to be tapering this forward a bit, so I'm going to go about there. Just come in with turns. Once you've caught that, you can lift up this piece that you've caught and catch that in, and then you want to come in and cut these down and shorten these waist ends, and then you can tighten down, tidy up, and then similarly to before, we're going to come in with a little bit of dubbing from the brown deer hair and just add it in at this point. Okay, good stuff. Next we're going to come in with, this is an elk hair actually. Again, just tapering this down and coming forward just a little bit less. At this point I'm actually going to take a few fibres away, and again, similar to before, come in, measure up where you want it, and then come in and you can catch. Come around with a couple of turns, hold this on top, nice and firm, you can wind underneath it, and then come in and cut your taper. You can just tidy this area up. And then come back in with some dubbing, so we can use some underfur from the elk at this point. Again, just in keeping with that colour code. Just stroking it back, and that's enough. And come in and look at again where you want this sitting. So I'm coming into about this sort of point here for this final amount. So I'm going to shorten this slightly, but I still need enough that I can cut into it. So yeah, I'm going to go about there and come up with a turn, tighten, holding it on the top, tighten again, then lift, come round with a couple of turns, and then you can trim. Hold the thread tight to stop it moving as you trim if you can. Just stroke these bits back that are effectively the last cut ends, because they might still want to come forward. You can get hold of them, stroke them back and up, and then tie over them. Okay, so the second last thing I'm going to put on this is some horns. So make sure you've got wax on the thread, and then pick your length. I'm not going too long. Just come up with a couple of turns. This is just some pheasant tail. A couple of turns each. And then I'm going to fold this back, a couple of turns, just locking that in, and chop that away. And then you can tighten down. A little bit more wax on the thread. Certainly on the home straight now, just going to come in with a little bit of dubbing. Just to tidy up this front section. Okay, and when you're happy with that, a little bit of super glue on the thread. Don't get on any of the fibres. Come round, a couple of turns, building a small head, and then you can come in and whip finish. There you have it, folks, a little horned SedgeHog. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, SedgeHog's a well-known pattern, just a sort of different style and approach to it. Give it a go. I'll probably get a couple of fish if the fish are hitting sedges off the top. Until next time, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Cheers.